I was on the outside looking, stirring up the pot too hot what I'm cooking. Out back trying to get in until I realize I don't even think I fit in. Already got what it takes, got options, okay, nobody stop me today. Turning the keys to the safe, pushing through the gate, now I'm seizing the day. Grinding, I'ma put the time in, diamond, go and turn it up till I'm shining. Wildin', breakneck speed when I'm driving, silence, I'm just trying to check the mileage. Now I'm going up like a pilot, Houston, I don't think they used to the problem. I gotta boost up the crowd, get loud now, yeah, I'm coming down and get ready or not. I'm coming in, ready or not. I'm coming in, are you ready? Ready? Coming in hot if you ready or not. If you ready or not. If you ready or not. I'm coming in hot if you ready or not. Guess who came with the danger? Look at how far we came up. Worlds apart, we like strangers. Bet they wish they could change us. Don't hold your breath, I've been waiting for this moment. Behold the best. Kept secret in the world, we control the steps. We waited for our time, now we are the great. This is how you overcome. Never quit, get until it's overdone. Ain't where they at, I feel like I'm the only one. I got the passion, rolling out cause we just begun. It's my time, the break's on. Hot ground, take off, shake off, break off. I'm coming in. You ready or not? I'm coming in. Are you ready? Coming in hot if you ready or not. You ready or not? You ready or not? I'm coming in hot if you ready or not. I'm just trying to check the mileage. Now I'm going up like a pilot. Houston, I don't think they used to the problem. I gotta boost up the crowd, get loud now. Yeah, I'm coming down if you're ready or not. I'm coming in. If you're ready or not. I'm coming in. Are you ready? Coming in hot if you're ready or not. If you're ready or not. Came with the danger. Look at how far we came up. Worlds apart, we like strangers. Bet they wish they could change wild. Coming 100 now, slowly round. Man, the kid is wild, pretty wild. Leave me alone. Hey, yeah. Quiet, 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 quiet. Yeah, leave me alone. Yeah.
Always got that mute button on.
Always got the mute, but what mutes it automatically? I mean, I can't help it, man. Welcome, guys. Welcome. It is Green with Envy.
Green with Envy.
Green with Envy.
Green with Envy. You know, I feel like that's an appropriate title, not only for the show, but just for everything that's been going on. As a matter of fact, give me a second here. I know I sent this to you this morning, but a good friend, Josh Steele, posted something this morning. And I saw it, and it made me think to myself, especially this morning of all mornings, most gossip is envy in disguise. And I just feel like that is so fitting for Green with Envy, with everything that's going on. I feel like the promo universe out there, there's a lot of groups out there right now who are envious of Revoulution, of everybody here. And I think that's okay. I think that's good. I think it's good to have haters.
It is good. It is motivation.
Exactly.
Motivation.
Exactly.
Motivation.
Hopefully by the end of the show tonight, we'll gain some more haters.
Truly hope so. We got 20. I'm looking to make 24 of them motherfuckers. We got a very, very good card tonight. We got NDT versus Kid Chaos versus Sexton in a triple threat match. You also have Steel versus Boss versus the returning Crippler. This is his first pay-per-view since he's returned. He was on Fight Night. He did lose that match.
Is this match kind of a consolation prize for him?
I guess you could say that.
I mean, he started off way up here on the card. I mean, the main event against ALIST Alverson, for the Revoulution World Championship. And now he's on the mid card. I mean, granted, he's facing off against Josh Steele and Bossellini, but man, what a fall from grace.
Yeah, Josh Steele is the bare bones champion, but he does not defend it on pay-per-views. Also, you have defending his championship, the Outbreak Championship. TONSTER will take on the Villain. This could be very, very interesting. Villain, a former tag team champion. TONSTER, a former champion before the Outbreak Championship. He does a pretty good job, though. You better watch it, though. Villain can be dangerous at times. This could be a very, very this match could potentially steal the card if you don't watch it. So talking about another match that could potentially steal the card. You have the Sweet Bros taking on the new tag team champions, Circus Hollywood. But this is a non-title match.
I'll tell you, myself and my partner Harry, the main event, we are definitely watching that match, taking notes because, you know, as far as the tag team titles go, it's only a matter of time before they end up on this shoulder.
Also, as he had said, it was originally supposed to be the Crippler taking on ALIST Alverson in the World Championship match after ALIST Alverson put his number one contendership on the line against MR.WALLCE. He will be facing, once again, ALIST Alverson to see if he can become the Revoulution World Champion. He come close one time before. He lost in that tag match, the 3 versus 3 that we put on.
And those two were tag team partners in the Fatal Attraction Tag Team Tournament until ALIST turned on MR.WALLCE.
Yeah, so a lot of history there, a lot of history. This maybe we can gain some closure finally with the MR.WALLCE versus ALIST Alverson.
And sitting back watching that intro, it looks like there's something else that's going on today, potentially.
I don't know, something about an ego or something.
Is it okay? So is it ego or is it EGO?
I don't know. EGO, ain't that like one of those community safe cars or something? Eco safe friendly cars. EGO.
I don't think it's eco. I think it's
Eco.
Ego. I don't
know. We shall see. It's EG Fist.
EG. Okay, so Stump says it's EG Fist. So maybe it's not even an O. Maybe it's just EG. Maybe it's just EG.
I don't know. Ooh, we shall find out. We will take a quick commercial break and we will bring you your first match. Will be NDT versus Kid Chaos versus Glenn Sexton. We should see how this goes out.
So you've spent your life as a wrestling fan. Have you gotten bored of what you've seen on TV and thought to yourself that with your creativity and artistic talent, if you were in control of the characters, you could make an awesome show? Welcome to Revoulution. Use your promo skills to play the part, become the star, and compete for real championship belts. Whether your style is bare bones, or you're an outbreak or tag team talent, or even if you want to compete for the grand prize, the Revoulution World Championship. It's real fun, real easy, and you can become a champion holding a real belt. Join today.
Die fucker!
Dirty, sexy, slinky thing. Power over all with the love you bring. Spinning from your mind control. Shuffling around this deep.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my version of the Revolution. Neil Thomas, or NDT, whichever you like to go by. Dude, I don't know what you're trying to pull off. I mean, do you think you're Doc Brown, or do you think you're a mafioso mob boss? Which one are you? Or because you're trying to take me to purgatory, are you some like underworld demon? Because I've got some holy water in a bag for your ass, son. Yeah, we're going to sprinkle that on you. Glenn Sexton, whichever one you want to go by. You got your choice, whatever. You like to wave your little victory over my head. What you fail to realize is at that point, to the promo world, E-Fed style stuff, that was brand new. It was greener than the nipples on a bullfrog, son. Well, I'm not green anymore. Not at all. That was months ago. So relish in that one little victory now while you can. Because when I'm done, that one little victory will be meaningless and fade into the existence behind you. Because all you'll be able to focus on is the fact that Chaos, not Kid Chaos anymore, Chaos, came in and mopped the fucking floor with you. I will run circles around you more than you could ever imagine. But back to the where I started this. Neil, man, we faced each other probably the second match in for me getting here. And yeah, you got me. But that was also another triple threat, was it not? Me, you, Big Sweet. You didn't get me one-on-one. You didn't get a chance at me by myself. Now you do. And, I'm going to take the opinions of both of you, what you think of me, dust it off, sweep it up into a little pile, roll it into a nice little ball, polish it real nice, turn it sideways, and cram it up your Rudy Poo candy ass. Because if you can smell what I'm cooking, I don't give a fuck. You'll realize that very quickly. In order for the opinions of others to hurt me, I first have to value those opinions first. You haven't earned that in my world yet. Because you want to beat me and then go talk shit. You don't want to beat me and then be like, hey man, good job. Good job. You put up a fight. No, it's not how that works. To get respect, you first have to earn my respect. So, with that being said, chaos out.
Green with envy. I'm in a match with two men. One I have faced before, the other one I have not. But I'm going to start with Kid Chaos. You see, Kid Chaos and I did have a match. And he spouted off some bullshit about Cobra Kai, all this and that. I'm pretty sure our lawyers over here in Revoulution are still on the phone with Netflix trying to figure out how much money we owe them because he had to open his mouth up and say a catchphrase. And then he used the most basic of moves that we've already seen time in and time out because that's all he's got. I'm sorry, Chaos, but you are basically a creative wrestler, generic one. There's nothing to you. It's just a basic moveset, basic clothes, basic look. That's all you are. I mean, hell, it's going to take a lot more than a catchphrase and basic moves to put me down. And hell, you could be one of the best in Revoulution. But yet, you chose to be like me and have a bunch of losses. I already have one. You still don't, though. So, I'm doing better than you. That's good. But you could be a top star. Like ALIST. That's probably shooting too high up in the sky, but you could be. But it's all on how you want to develop yourself. If you want to stay at the bottom, hey, stay at the bottom. Somebody's got to be landed on while we fall on the ground. And then, NDT. Like I said, a man I've never faced before. A man that I forgot was in Lifeblood. I totally forgot he was until he said something. See, that's how memorable you are to me, NDT. I mean, I would love to hear how awesome it was just carrying the baggage of them two while they were doing tag team bullshit all day long. I can't wait to hear the road stories of that. So hopefully in the next podcast we get, hopefully you can share those little stories with us. And it's cute when you said that you were going to put me in Chaos and Purgatory. Brother, we're already in Purgatory. I mean, it's all on how you perceive things in life. Hell, sometimes I feel like I'm in hell. Sometimes I feel like I'm in heaven. But Purgatory is almost the best of both worlds, almost. And I don't know why I'm saying hell's the best. Because it sure as hell's not. But see, NDT, you and me have never been in the ring before. You've only seen what I've been able to do in the ring. But you've never been in there with me. Now see, I've admitted that I'm a weak link. I'm basically a nobody here in Revoulution. But I have a lot of fight. I have a lot of heart. Every time I get knocked back down, I get back up. And I push forward no matter what. So please, both of you. Hell, it's probably going to have to take both of you. Knock me down. See what happens. I will get back up. And I will continue to fight you. Until I have nothing left in the tank. See you soon.
Revoulution. You are looking at the most dominant, passionate, and the most intense opponent in this match. You see, you're looking at NDT, and I'm facing Kid Chaos, the illegitimate love child character of the original Chaos, who fails very, very badly. Then you have Sexton, the weakest link of the tag team he was in. And then you got the tainted NDT, the one that was jobbed out by the former group, the Lifeblood. But they tainted my blood enough for me to know what I need to do to get ahead. So, Glenn Sexton, Kid Chaos, you're in for a world of hurt tonight, and you will. You'll feel NDT's pain. You will feel NDT's rage when I come into that ring. And you will both tremble in fear of what I'm going to do to both of you, because let's be honest, Kid Chaos, you are going to be put back in that box of promo rejects and kept in obscurity where you belong. And Sexton, you need to grow the set, because let's be honest, I've got yours in my hand, and now, like most of it, it's seedless and totally useless. I'm gonna be both of you, and I'm gonna win this match.
Good show. Good show. But there has to be a winner. And you're a winner. Glenn, big, sexy Sexton pulls off the W. He gets a win in the triple threat over NDT and Kid Chaos. Congratulations, Mr. Sexton.
You know, one thing I do want to point out, and definitely congratulations to Mr. Sexton. Big fan of your promo. Big fan of the fact that you're actually back in general. But Kid Chaos, you know, one thing I do really want to point out is, you know, every time we see him, we tell him, you know, like the dude's not bad. He's He just needs to have a little bit more energy, a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit of spaz, a little bit of sprinkle of something, charisma or something in his promos. And I feel like he was trying. You listen to some of the things that Kid Chaos said and the way he said it and things that he did, you can definitely tell that Kid Chaos is trying. He's stepping a little bit outside of his comfort zone. My best advice to you, sir, is just to keep doing it, keep pushing yourself. And although you lost this match, man, that's a hell of a showing on your part.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Neil. I mean, Neil's my favorite thing about Neil is his look. Like, that dude just looks like somebody. If you were walking down an alley and Neil popped up, my ass, and I'm a big dude, my ass would turn around and walk the opposite direction.
It's just when you say that, I could just see Neil in his accent ask you for a cigarette, but he would ask you for a cigarette, he'd ask you for a fag, because that's what they call him like over there in the UK. Right. I could just see that, like, and it'd be intimidating, I think, a little bit, like if he wanted to intimidate you a little bit. So it's very, very good showing. Sexton gets the win. Great showing, guys. That's the first triple threat out of the way. We still got another triple threat actually coming up, which is Josh Steele, Balsalini, and the returning Crippler to a pay-per-view. He's not been on a pay-per-view, and I couldn't even tell you when his last pay-per-view was.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. So long he looks like Jesus now.
He looks like
Manson.
Yeah, he looks like he's been. It looks like he's been hiding from like.
It looks like he's been in hiding for a minute, like
from the CIA. Or
yeah,
something.
like
looks like
he might have been one of those guys on the tabloids that he's found living in a cave with a bunch of shoes.
That are not his shoes.
That ain't his shoes.
They're not his shoes.
No, I love having Gene back.
It feels right again. You know, Gene's always been like, Gene's annoying. The Crippler is annoying. We make fun of the Crippler. We make fun of the fact that he's got all these freaking nicknames. But Gene, the Canadian Crippler, is he's part of our family. You know, he's that cousin that you see that comes over in Thanksgiving, and you're like, oh, fuck, there's Gene. But then, like, you go to that one Thanksgiving, he's not there. It's like, well, where's Gene at?
Where's Gene?
This isn't going to be fun without Gene. So definitely glad he's back.
Yeah, most for sure. This is going to be very, very interesting. Let's see here. Steele's got this match. Don't forget that Steele's got that Bare Bones Championship on the line. I believe that is April the 14th. April the 14th, he puts it on the line against the Warden. Warden has called a shot from that last match that he had. He could have went Outbreak way or Bare Bones way. He is coming after Mr. Steele. Before we move along, as a matter of fact, I believe I have something from the Warden. The Warden had a match tonight against Jay Briggy. Circumstances, Jay Briggy didn't show up. Warden said, I don't work for fucking nothing. Play my promo. So I have to respect that.
So here we are, we're green with envy. And after I get done whipping this leprechaun's ass and showing him who is the man in the revolution today, I am the flag bearer. I am the meanest, most roughest, toughest son of a bitch that ever stepped on the scene of revolution. So Briggs, no matter what the fuck you call yourself today, see, after you shaved your beard, you're nothing but a little baby back bitch that's trying to proclaim himself as the man in the revolution. See, not only you can remember what you're gonna say, so you get and ramble and spew all the shit you have to say. After you and Josh Steele got done sucking the teat of the revolution on one of the flukest tag team reigns in the 8th Ed world today, not only did your partner turn on you and made you his bitch, you decided to grow a pair of balls and step into the ring with the Warden, the most aggressive, the most meanest, demented son of a bitch that's ever stepped foot on the roster. See, Briggs, you could pretend to be the Irish car bomb, Well, you see, I'm the Irish jackhammer, and I'm gonna plow through you, rip you to shreds, and make you my baby back, bitch. And after this is said and done, you'll be making me some corned beef and cabbage. And when you get done boiling my potatoes and making my corned beef hash, the warden is gonna put your ass up for sale and sell you to the first cell block that I can find. Because you see, Briggs, there's not an Irish car bomb alive that can take out the warden. See, you've gone soft. You've gone limp. You just don't have what it takes to survive the revolution and the madness of the warden. See, you ramble, you bitch, you complain. And after you got done riding the coattails of Josh Steele, you lost because you came up that short. And you're just yesterday's news, yesterday's champion. I never have, and there never was. And after I get done beating your ass, Josh Steele, don't worry. I'll keep an eye out for you. You see, after Greed with Envy, after the warden is done with Briggs the Irish car bomb, I will not only plummet, pillage, and rape, I will dismantle, dismember, and take Josh Steele out. And take the Bare Bones Championship. And run wild with the son of a bitch. Because Briggs, you are never have, a never was, and never will be again.
Save your pity for the weak.
This is probably the most challenging record you have ever put on your turntable.
Don't give a what is in here, 'cause I'm a rider, getting down, going hard, baby, we don't stop. Don't give a what is in here, 'cause I'm a rider, got the things in that thing, what we gon' fuck. Don't give a what is in here, 'cause I'm a rider, getting down, going hard, baby, we don't stop. Don't give a what is in here.
Let's get this party started, shall we? In fact, let's go ahead and dive right into this bucket of blood and brutality and bullshit, because neither one of you overgrown cunt stains deserves a greeting, in my opinion. Quite frankly, you can both shove all the usual pleasantries and salutations straight up your blown out asshole where your heads are. Because trust and believe here today, shit's about to get real as a motherfucker. And no, my name ain't Method Man, but I'm damn sure about to bring the pain since you two walking cliches can't seem to learn to stay in your own fucking lane. I mean, for God's sakes, boss, how many times do I gotta kick the ever-living dog shit out of you before you get it through your thick skull, before you get it through that California raisin you call a brain, that on any given day against me, Bitchelini, you are simply outclassed and outmatched in every single way. Let's face facts. You're nothing more than the overhyped and underappreciated nice guy at the shop college, whose promos, as of late, are as sketchy and sussy as your haircut. You're boring and bland, passe and predictable, just as predictable as that Canadian cockroach who comes out here proclaiming to the world that he's a big deal, that he's the top guy around here, all the while constantly writing checks that his ass can't cash. And newsflash, Gene, the rest of these Melvins, they may be glad that you're back, but me personally, I could give a flying fuck less. And make no bones about it, by the time I'm done dragging you around this arena by your greasy ass hair, you're gonna wish you would have kept your maple syrup lemon ass in the back hills of Saskatchewan, looking for moose snatch, because I'm about to fuck up a hell of a lot more than feelings here tonight. You see, Gene, you can come out here and call yourself the crippler, but the truth is, the only fucking thing you've ever crippled is your own damn career. You got all the talent in the world, but you just don't know how to see through your own bullshit long enough to stay on the path. Your own pride, your own ego, constantly cost you at every turn. Every big chance, every phenomenal opportunity you've ever had, you've squandered, you've ruined by not knowing how to keep your moose sucker shut. I mean, you could have been in a world title match here today, but you didn't know when to shut the fuck up. And look where that got you. Look where you are, trapped in the ring with the real bad guy of the Revolution. But hey, yo, I'll give credit where credit's due at least, because at least you're out here trying to make moves and call your own shots, unlike Bossolini. I mean, come on, boss. You're supposed to be the big bad OG, the shot caller. But all you've done is hide in the locker room, duck and dodge like a giant turkey since you got that golden ticket. Afraid of all the champions, afraid of A-listers, afraid of TONSTER, afraid of me. You're holding on to that ticket, waiting for a weak champion to come along so you can cash in, because you know that's the only way you'll ever be relevant again. Honestly, I don't know which one of you corny son of a bitches is worse. Gene, with your constant need to come out here and rip off whatever wrestler's trending to try and gain traction or attention, or boss, coming out here acting like Teddy Long, always overhyping your underperforming tag team partner instead of doing what's best for business for the shot callers and cutting the dead weight. But I do know here today that you're both going to learn the hard way, just like Jay Briggy did, just like countless others have, that nothing will stop me from delivering the precious message of the lifeblood that was born deep in the heart of this empire, known as the Revolution. And here today, vindication and retribution are about to come crashing down on your heads like a goddamn spirit bomb. So the only thing that's left for you two to do is drop to your knees, make your peace, and envy the dead.
Welcome, brothers in the congregation, to my show, Green with Envy, or as I like to say, G with Envy. Now the soul of the revolution is here. And we have the two martyrs, we have the two people that we are willing to take the sacrifices. They're willing sacrifices. I told you I would not be responsible for what would happen here tonight. I have dug the hole for the souls that I will take. Now, let's start with you, Bossolini, because you are envious of what I have. I have the freedom to do what I want. You, however, you talk that you are some boss, but you know as well as I do that you are not no boss. You are nothing more than a bona fide yes man, And how do we know that? Because your master is ALIST Alverson. Oh, you've come out here bumping your gums, talking about how you could be the Outbreak champion, that you have that golden ticket, but yet you choose not to use it on Mr. Tunstradamus. So get over that he beat you. Because if the tables would be turned, if bad Superman or ALIST Alverson had what you have, they wouldn't have took a second thought about slitting your throat. So you go ahead and be the whiny bitch that you are. Loyalty will get you nothing, Mr. Borsellini. Now, Josh Steele, that old saying, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and I am not flattered one bit, because there is nobody quite like me. There has only ever been one me. Often imitated, but never duplicated, Mr. Steele. You try and try and try to be me, but you cannot. I know you've got rid of all the music quotes and movie quotes, but you still can't be me. And it is a shame that you spit in the face of the heart of the Revolution Mad Anarchy, who told us that you were his ward, that you were his second coming. And it's ironically funny that you are the bare bones champion. While I was gone away, that's when you got that, but you know as well as I do that if I was around, you would not be holding that belt, now would you? But yet again, you are envious of what I have. What I have become, what I have always been, Josh, is better than you, more than you, greater than you. And boss, you are envious of the freedom that I have, the freedom to be me, the freedom to take and do whatever I want. Just remember, the both of you, you've got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. How does it feel to be nothing more and nothing less than a 4-minute memory?
Ladies and gentlemen of the Revolution, revolutionaries everywhere, it's me, it's the boss, it is OG Boss Lady. And you know what that means? It means it must be time to have a little more fun. And what do I have today? I got the guy, I remember the last time I seen him, you know, the Canadian Crippler. And we got Josh Steele. Now, personally, I don't know why I'm in this match, because this match doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't help the shot callers out. It doesn't help me out. I don't get a title match out of this. I don't get pushed towards nothing. The best thing I can see is if I win this match, I means I beat the king of bare bones. So, Mr. Steele, Mr. Josh Steele, the bare bones champion. Mr. I don't need edits. I don't need music. I don't need nothing to be the man. Well, I'm going to let you know who I am. I am the boss. I am the former Outbreak champion. I am the man who had to have a triple threat bare bones match for the title to be taken off my shoulder because one man couldn't get the job done, so they needed to add another. So that's who I am. I am the boss of all bosses. I am that guy who will buy you and sell you 3 times before you even know it. Why? Because I'm just that damn good. So Mr. Steele, we know who you are. We know your accomplishments, but also know your recent downfalls. Where's the almighty lifeblood now? See, me and my brothers, the shot callers, we still standing. We standing strong, by the way. And then there's you, the Canadian crap stain herself, the Canadian dragon, Jean Emerson. Welcome back, by the way. You know, you did so much since your return. You know, you came in, you got beat by Mr. Wallace lost your title opportunity and now you here. So that is a great accomplishment for you. Because why? You still got a match. And you got a high profile match. Why? Because you got bona fide champions that you facing off against. You're facing off the bare bones champion. You're facing off against me. The man with the golden ticket. The man with the gift of gab. The man that can make it go all day and all night and really don't give up. And when it's all said and done, I might be the one that won the fight. So that's who I am. But see, Crippler, Gene Emerson. Man, this place was a little more interesting before you left, since you left. Why? Because people were having fun. People were doing what they wanted. People were making things happen. Now the backstage politics about to start back up, right? Right, Gene? Get your way. That's how you do it, right? But see, I don't give a flying fuck what you do today, Gene. Because today, I'm just here to lay waste to two. Just so happening one of them's you. So Crippler and Steel. Y'all should make a tag team called Total Bullshit. Because that's exactly what come out of your mouth. Bullshit. Gene gonna rip off a couple of wrestlers. He might even come out today and say, hey, yo. Because that's what he does. How the Razor Ramon music going, try to be the bad guy. He might even have a toothpick and try to flick it at the camera. Why? Because that's what Gene Emerson do. What I do, I be the boss. I do what I do best. I buy and sell. And things are just getting started. See you soon.
That was a hell of a triple threat. Hell of a triple threat.
Very, very, very good show in there. I swear to God, I didn't see Gene's promo before this show, but I was already calling him Charles. Man, he definitely gave off a.
You hadn't seen it before that? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it before that.
Gene is.
Gene basically gave off that vibe. Let's go drop LSD and go kill some people and bury them in the woods of Canada. They'll never know. That's the kind of vibe that Gene was putting off in that promo.
And I think he was playing off. I think that's what he was going for.
It works. It works. I like it. Need some tweaking though, because he did not get the win. Your winner, Josh Stainless Steel, your current bare bones champion, gets the W in the triple threat match. That's a loss for Boss and a loss for Gene.
Back to the Gene thing, that's actually not a bad route for him to take, considering the fact that he's been gone for as long as he has and the way he looks right now. If he were to come out and almost look like, he looks like he has been living literally under a rock, like someone has held Gene captive, tied up in a basement somewhere, and he is just now coming out and he's back to pro.
Gene is put, he could do a lot of things with that if he goes the right direction with it.
Regardless, I'm glad he's back.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad he's back. Even though that was a loss for him, and that's 2 losses for him since he's back. Gene's seen rougher times than that.
Well, and realistically, I think anyone who hasn't promoted, and I'm speaking from experience, anyone who hasn't promoted in a while, there's a real thing, promo rust. Promo rust is a very, very real thing, guys. Your voice, when you promo on a regular, constant basis, you exercise your vocal cords. You're able to talk and say things maybe deeper, a little bit louder than usual without having any kind of voice loss or a sore throat. But when you haven't promoted in a while, no matter how badass you were before, if you haven't promoted in a while, it takes a second to get the wheels spinning again. It takes a while to get back into promo shape. Unfortunately, that's kind of where Gene's at right now. But the more he does it, and let's be real, Gene does it a lot, so it probably won't take him as long as it takes some of the other folks. I think eventually Gene will get right back to that top spot.
Next up, we got the Outbreak Championship on the line. Tonster Damas, the current Outbreak champion, versus the Villain, a former tag team champion of the Revolution. This is one of those matches I said could possibly steal the show. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll give you that championship match.
Hello, Revoulution. Boy Stumpy here, and I have an exciting offer for you. Are you feeling down, sad, and a little upset and depressed? You need something to cheer you up? Well, I have the perfect gift for you. How about a little head? A little head. You can get your own right now for the low, low price of $5.99. I mean, really, it's a perfect gift. Who doesn't like a little head every now and then? Ladies, not sure what to get your husband for his birthday or Christmas? I guarantee you can't go wrong with a little head. It's so crazy. You can have your own little head. Everybody loves a little head. And it's only $5.99. So don't be fooled by competitors. Just remember, a little head is $20 down the street. You can buy mine for $5.99. So call the number on the screen below. Call now. Limited supplies.
Yeah. Play it loud. Yeah. I will not allow anybody else to try and break me down. Nah. Time to make a point, let them know that I'm the greatest around. Y'all about to watch an insurrection. It's my time to make a statement. I'm about to interject it. I don't care about your perception. I'm likely to just reject it. I hope you're ready, cause it's the resurrection of perfection. Yeah. I will not allow anybody else to try and break me down. Break me down. Break me down. Break me down. Time to make a point.
What a privilege. What an honor. What joy. What joy it is. For you. You, villain. To go one-on-one with the Outbreak champion TONSTER. Hell. You must be jumping for joy. After all, what the fuck are you even doing here? I mean, seriously, just because you put up a good fight in the triple threat match for the Outbreak Championship, just because you put up a good fight, you get to go one-on-one with TONSTER. What fucking bullshit! See, I've been around for about 6 months now. And from the looks of it, you're never here. I don't see you. It's very rare. So again, thank your lucky stars you're even here. Villain. Some villain. What do you know about being a villain? What do you know about getting under people's skin? Getting on their nerves? Last I checked, you were in a tag match not too long ago. And your partner turned on you. What'd you do? You should have been the one turning on him! You would have flipped the script! People would have been like, holy shit! The villain's got balls! But of course, the villain doesn't have balls. You know what the villain does have? A hoodie and a voice that's the opposite of sucking on helium. You know, it sounds like they're just taking a big shit. Cause I'm gonna do what I wanna do, and that's I don't even know the name of the damn pay-per-view, but that doesn't matter. That's the material you gave me. In closing, villain. You step between those ropes and you look face to face, eye to eye, with your maker. You're gonna know it's over. You're gonna know the Outbreak champion. You're gonna know the slow burning, entertaining, psychological assassin! Mark my words. It's already over. It's not a threat. It's a promise. From the Thomas.
Revolution today is green with envy, and I get to sit here and put the so-called future of the revolution in its place. TONSTER Thomas, you want to start flapping your gums, saying you are frustrated over everything that has happened to you as of late. Back-to-back losses in tag team matches, which is your fault, not your tag team partners. But you want to sit here, come out, flapping your gums again, saying it's my frustrations, my anger that has been getting on your nerves as well. Because what has happened with Chris Champion and I is not frustrating. That is not my concern as of right now. As a matter of fact, the frustrations I had came after that fatal 5-way when I should have won that match, when I should have been the inaugural Outbreak champion. And it wasn't just me sitting here saying it. I had everybody come to me wondering why the hell Chaos won. And when I had an opportunity to get what should have been mine to begin with, you stuck your nose in something that you didn't belong in. You wanted to weasel your way in and steal what was mine. And even just like that, everybody was still wondering why I lost that match. All because of what? Some little stumble at the very end that was entertaining? Because everything you do is not entertaining. Everything I do is entertaining. That is why I'm in the main events. That is why I was the future before you even showed up. So go ahead, walk on in like you're some badass, thinking you are tough when you know you cannot light a candle next to mine. Because after I'm done with you, you're gonna start to realize that you are not my equal. You cannot hang with the villain. You're gonna realize that management only uses you because you are a gimmick. You only have done these little things that make you look good. And now you're gonna realize after you lose, you're gonna continue to lose. You've already lost twice in a row. Now what's gonna happen when I'm holding the title? I want you to realize that the only reason why I'm in this match and not Bossellini is because management somehow thinks you're going to beat me in this match because they know you cannot beat the outright champion of the Outbreak division. But what they don't realize is that it lit a fire under my ass to beat you at your own game. No matter what you do, you can show up, pop up, walk from left to right, sound trying to be intimidating. But what you're going to realize, there is nothing you're going to do that is going to stop me from kicking your ass. I am done letting every insignificant little person get every opportunity that I deserve, that I've worked for. I am done listening to you call yourself the future. And yes, I said you, because nobody else is calling you the future of the revolution. Because if everybody has looked, I'm the future. I've been here since day one. I've been here busting my ass to get every opportunity. And I'm going to finally end this so-called little Tonster dumbass. You want to talk about respect? Well, then respect this! As the late great Scott Hall would say, hey yo, survey time! Did you hear in the Revolution come to see Tonster dumbass? Or did you come to see the villain? By the sound of that keyboard hitting, it sounds like one more for the good guy!
You know what's funny? You guys don't know this. You guys don't know this. You don't have the privilege of sitting next to this big guy right here. He loves playing director. I mean, this guy is like, if you guys ever watched The Truman Show, watch The Truman Show, and that movie when the director, Christoph, I think is his name, he's like, scan in. There you go. Zoom in right there. So wait for it. Cue the music. That's what this motherfucker's over here doing. It's like, wait, build the tension. Wait. Cue the ring counts.
Cue the ring count.
Oh,
Kick-ass match. That was a hell of a match. As I said it could be potentially the show stealer. And as I said, I had not watched either one of those promos.
That's it. I mean, that right there. That. Go ahead and close the pay-per-view, guys. Go ahead, go home. Great show.
Great show.
Great show.
That but there has to be a winner, and you're a winner. And new Outbreak champion of the Revolution, the Villain.
That was a well-earned victory. Villain came out. He was not leaving without that championship. And don't get me wrong, Tonster did a hell of a job. That was a hell of a promo from Tonster. I'm still 100% convinced that man is the future of Revolution. That his mannerisms, his eyes, the way he talks, the way he makes you literally, he drags everything he says and makes you hang on. You put these two against each other 100 times, I guarantee you the outcome's always going to be 49 versus 51.
Yeah, every time. Every time.
Congratulations, Villain.
Congratulations, Villain. You are the new Outbreak champion of Revolution. Tonstradamus.
Hell of a job as Outbreak champion.
You live to fight another day, sir. You live to fight another day. And I have a feeling that will not be the only championship that Tonstradamus can put on his resume in the future.
Who knows? He may be the first ever two-time
could be
Outbreak champion.
Could be. It'd be very, very interesting. All right, guys. We are at the tag team. I'm sorry, not championship, but we're at the tag team match mark.
So I'm paying attention to right here. Harry, I know you're watching, man. This is it. This is what we got to watch right here.
Don't calm your ego down. Just
no. I want to watch this match right here.
Okay.
I want to see Hollywood Haywood get his. Stump is just a victim of circumstances. He's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Unfortunately, Stump knows. Stump knows that there would be no championships on their shoulders right now if it wasn't for the main event. He knows.
What if the Sweet Brothers were tagged up in that tournament? How would that have played out?
What do you mean? If the Sweet Brothers were in the Fatal Attraction tournament?
Yeah. What if they, because now, you got to realize that tournament's over and the Sweet Brothers are tagged back up, so they're in the division. So you're going to have to deal with them one way or another, I'm sure.
And I have no problem. And I speak for both my Harry and myself. Although I don't think Harry's ever had the privilege of facing off against either one of those guys. I have. And I've faced off against the Sweet Brothers as a tag team. We, I believe, have faced off against the Sweet Brothers as a tag team. We have also faced off, or at least speaking of myself, I have faced off against Little Sweet multiple times. And the one constant is that the Sweet Brothers have never beaten any combination that has included Chris Champion. That's the one constant. Call it egotistical, call me flapping my gums. At the end of the day, facts are facts, folks. So it really doesn't matter who wins between the Sweet Brothers and Hollywood. And granted, this is a non-title match, but even if it was, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I do want Hollywood to get his. Dude's been running his mouth. He needs to get his. So I am rooting for the Sweet Brothers. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because, once again, the one constant is that the main event will have those tag team titles on our shoulders.
Sometimes
Tommy ain't gonna do shit.
Sometimes it makes you really want to. Really want to.
Ain't gonna do shit.
Moving along, we'll take a quick commercial break and then we'll bring you the tag team
You
matchup.
know you ain't gonna do shit. Look what happened with God. Look what happened with God. That's right. That's right.
Wish God got a match.
Has life got you down? Did your dog get run over by the postman? Did your wife run off with the milkman? Is your anxiety kicking in and your meds aren't working anymore? Well, I got just the thing for you. Mama Sweet Cosmic Funky Brownies. Mama Sweet Cosmic Funky Brownies. They'll get you lifted.
Step right up, Circus Hollywood! Your new Revolution Tag Team Champions are back in town. And it seems that some of the animals have escaped, because in the audience as I search, as I look, I see a cowardly lion, and I see a big old Care Bear waiting to try to claim what is rightfully Circus Hollywood's. But we're in the entertainment business here. We're here to put on a show, and the show, it simply must go on, even if there is animals in the audience. So without further ado, I bring to you the funniest duo in all of the business, Stumpy and Fred. Try not to eat the audience members, sweet brothers.
Hello, Revolution! It's Stumpy! And Fred, your tag team champions. One half. So anyway, tonight, we got the Sweet Boys. I'm a little confused. Not real smart up here. But we got Little Sweet and Big Sweet. That's the part I'm confused about. Little Sweet is the Big Sweet, and Big Sweet is the Little Sweet. Not real sure how that works. I think maybe I've got your names mixed up. Anywho, what's up, boys? Hello, how are you? Yes, oh yes. You see, I've already beat one of the Sweets in a tag team match. So now it's my turn to beat one of the other ones. Anyway, Sweet Boys, welcome to the circus, you filthy animals. Oh, I love that movie. Anyway, see you in a minute.
Stumpy and Fred once again with an amazing performance. But just like Stumpy and Fred, where people wonder sometimes, they wonder who's really in control, Fred or Stump. We have to ask ourselves who's really pulling the strings, the Cowardly Lion or the Care Bear, Big Sweet or Little Sweet. You see, as you guys start to look oh so hungry, the audience is starting to scatter because you guys look so hungry, and you're hungry for these. You're hungry for Circus Hollywood's Tag Team Championships. But the point is, you guys will never ever get close to these titles, because pretty soon Circus Hollywood is going to put you back in your cages where you belong. Isn't that right, Fred?
Well, hello, boys. Woo-hoo! My first official match action. I'm so happy to finally be included in the match. Sweet. It's time. If you learn just exactly what Fred is capable of. Little Sweet, you come out here blabbing, and you sit there and you just spit out your profanities. You foul-mouthed, party-stinking Sweet. And Big Sweet, man, you must be really tired. All these years of toting your brother's weight. Well, we don't know about that, because we each carry our own weight here in Circus Hollywood. Lions and bears. More like ants and feathers.
What's the matter? You can't handle being talked to like that by a head? You can't handle being talked to like that by Fred? You can't handle what Stump and Fred have to say to you because your pride gets to you. And there's no pride here in the circus. In the circus, we are all here to have fun at our own expense. You leave your pride at the door the minute you bought that ticket and you came to Green with Envy. So you guys should turn those frowns upside down. No need to be angry. No need to be upset. Many have come before you, and many have failed. But the Cowardly Lion and the Care Bear, what makes you think you're any different? Maybe you should listen to Stump. That's right. Little Sweet, you do kind of look like a bear. A big old grumpy, mean panda bear, like Kung Fu Panda. Little Sweet, got your nose, buddy. What are you gonna do with it? Throw that away. And Big Sweet, wow. I've already beat you one time in this tournament. I really don't have a whole lot to say about you. Wow, Fred was killing it, wasn't he? Maybe we should let him in more often. What is that? No. No. No, Fred. No. I told you don't eat that. No. One minute, Fred. I told you you're having a problem. You can't eat the mat. We got to tie these two beasts. I'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain calm. Please remain calm. The animals have come loose. The Care Bear has lost his nose, as you saw from Stump. And the lion, Big Sweet. I'm sorry, when we started this off, I was going to put you in your cage. But now, Big Sweet, I have no use for you. And noseless Little Sweet, you were such a sweet little Care Bear to come to the circus, but you had to go and scare off the audience, just like you scare off the audience every time you compete. And Stumpy got your nose, didn't he, my friend? You may have a lot of heart, but you don't have the will to win, do you? I was going to put you in the cage and bring you on tour. But as you can see, I have no use for you either. Stump, finish them.
It's me again. I'm back. Where's Stumpy? Where'd you say you got that brownie? It was on the sweet brownie. Oh my God. Whoa, Fred, man. What kind of brownie? Whoa, Mama Sweet's got it going on. I'm sorry everything I said about you, sweet boy. Oh my God. You're cool. Hope you enjoy this circus, man. I'm out of here.
Good people of the Revolution, me and my brother are here. We have our tickets in hand, and we are looking to see a show. And oh, what a show it is gonna be. But first, all four of us need to count our lucky stars that we're even here in the first place. Last time out, me and my brother, we didn't do so well. But at least we wasn't handed anything. A lot like you were handed those blood-stained titles you both are now so proud to hold. Stump, let's face facts, brother. Hollywood has a talent that far succeeds anything you bring to the table. People want to talk about my brother being in my shadow? Hollywood runs the circus. You're just a clown performing in it. And Hollywood, you can crack that whip all you want. But you're going to find out here tonight two things. First, you're not dealing with the strongman, bearded lady, or fucknuts the clown. The other is, my brother isn't carrying a knife. So what are you going to do when you actually have to compete to win a match? The two of you can go ahead and ponder that for a little bit, but for now, I give you Little Sweet.
Stumpy the Clown. So you win 3 different titles and 3 different effects, and all of a sudden, you're God's gift to promoing. Well, I'm here today to tell you that you are not God's gift to promoing. In fact, you are far from it. You are nothing more than the luckiest son of a bitch in all of promo land. And to me, you are nothing more than Bozo the Clown's remedial looking cousin. And that luck of yours
that I talked about starts to run out today, clown boy. Now, Hollywood, here today at Green with Envy, you are nothing more than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. And as far as the Brother Sweet are concerned, your partner, the amazing idiot boy, is a non-issue, which means you Walter White-looking motherfucker, you are all on your own. And even with all your talent, there is absolutely no way you can tend with the Brother Sweet on your own. Now, Big Sweet, spin that shit. Talented as I may be, a DJ I am not. So right now I'm going to talk to the man that puts Hollywood in Circus Hollywood. Pretty sure it's not the only place he puts it, but right here and now isn't the time or place to have that talk. Lights, camera, action. That's what you like to say, isn't it, Hollywood? But let's be real. The only action you've ever seen in Hollywood has a fluffer and a couple of cheap porno movies. Questionable career choices aside, you have made a name for yourself in my world. A name that I will beat, batter, and break, leaving in a puddle of its own piss and blood before the night's over. And Stump, you're not going to get off any better, because I'm not done with you by a long shot. Now, my brother was right. You're not God's gift to promo, but credit is due when it is earned. And just like those 3 titles, you have earned a little bit of credit. But I got to tell you, I've seen this story unfold so many times. Struggling promo artists has success thrust upon them. It goes to their head. It starts to swell, much like that of a balloon being filled with air. But what happens? Sooner or later, that balloon pops, and we are left with nothing but a mess. A sad, sorry, pathetic clown right back to the place. Hollywood, tonight, me and the big man show you exactly where you stand in our world. And we don't care if we have to drag you away from the Tijuana Donkey Show you're the ringmaster of to do it. You need to realize, then come to terms with the fact that Circus Hollywood wasn't built to last like the Brother Sweet were. Now, Hollywood, you can get back to being a casting couch director or whatever filthy shit you do, because I'm telling you, Circus Hollywood is on borrowed time. And Stumpy the fuckboy, don't think I forgot about you. I'm really going to enjoy knocking you down a peg or two, and you can take the credit my brother gave you and stick it straight up your ass, because the fact is, this Make-A-Wish dream vacation you've been on is about to come to a sudden and abrupt end. And if you think otherwise, you are either high off helium or further gone upstairs than we all thought. I've been talking to you fuckers for far too long. I need a drink. Big man, get 'em. As far as I'm concerned, they've already been got. You need to do me a favor and save a little bit of that bottle for the victory celebration. Now, Stumpy, my friend, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's going to be absolutely nothing for you to celebrate here tonight. This fantasy fairy tale world that you've been living in, it doesn't come with a happily ever after. Not for you and not for Hollywood. You can huff and puff all you want, but at the end of the day, it makes no difference. Besides, we all know the only thing you do worth a shit is blow. Speaking of hot air and blowing, Hollywood, let me ask you a question. How does it feel to be reliant on somebody that slept under power lines and sniffed glue as a child to keep yourself relevant? Well, you're not going to have to worry about that much longer, Buttercup, because as soon as you lose those straps that you two are now carrying around on your shoulders, we're going to send you packing back to where you came from. The only place that your name is going to be relevant. A place that I have been so dominant in that you thrust me right to the top of a title picture just to keep me away from yours. A place you helped run, if memory serves me correct. But this match is all but over. Brother, why don't you pass me that bottle? I'm about ready to start celebrating. My bad, bro. Anyway, Circus Hollywood, if you thought what my brother had to say was bad, you motherfuckers had better lube up,
because I'm going in raw. Now, Hollywood, I don't give a fuck about where you come from or your laundry list of accomplishments. By the end of this match, not only will the Brother Sweet have both you bitches washing our drawers, I'm going to smack that goofy grin off your face and that stupid hat off your big, bald head. The best thing you can do now is pick up your lunch pail, go home, and play with your dog until it's time to lose those titles. Now get out of my way so I can have one last word with JoJo, the idiot boy. Stumpy, you have got to be the luckiest son of a bitch walking God's green earth. You should have been euthanized years ago, but here you stand with that ever-present goofy look on your face, Hollywood's hand up your ass, and that Revolution tag team title slung over your shoulder. Your equally slow dog must be so proud, but you and Spot need to get ready for a boatload of disappointment. Because this match and your 15 seconds of fame is just about up. And when you lose that strap, you will be free to sink back down into mediocrity, or you can just go back to being the doormat to this place. I really don't give a fuck either way. Now it's time for one of our fine CEOs to announce us the winner. The Brother Sweet are out. Peace.
That's all, folks.
And your winner, the Sweet Bros, get a win over the current tag team champions of Revoulution.
Hey, look, congratulations, Sweet Bros. Glad Hollywood finally got his mouth shut up. At least until I can do it myself. Well, me and my partner, me and Harry. But look, man, if the Sweet Bros win the tag team titles, that's fine too. It's fine too. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
You do realize that you have to have a match,
dude,
in order
to
be in place to face the tag team champions, correct? Whether it's
want to hear that bullshit. We've had a match. Me and my partner, we've had a match. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, and please somebody correct me if I'm wrong, the main event is the only undefeated tag team right now in Revoulution. I can't help it if people didn't show. And look, Harry and myself, we have an open challenge tonight. We might end the show tonight 2-0. 2-0, undefeated. So if anybody at all deserves a tag team title shot, it's the main event. Tell me I'm wrong. I can't help it. If people don't show. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Speaking of the real main event, next up, we have the World Championship on the line between Mr. Wallace and A-List Alverson.
That's going to be a hell of a match, too. Hell of a match. Like I said, lots of history. I feel like you could say this could be the close and end chapter between A-List and Mr. Wallace for a while in Revoulution, because they've already worked together for so many times. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it ends. A-List Alverson is on a big undefeated streak, and he's not lost yet. So he's beaten Mr. Wallace multiple times at this point. However, history could repeat itself, because I remember once upon a time there was a world champion who just kept beating his same opponent over and over again, and eventually that person ran out of things to talk about, and that former world champion lost his championship to the man that he had already beaten multiple times, but he ran out of material. It's very possible that although Mr. Wallace has lost to A-List multiple times, maybe A-List has run out of stuff to say. Maybe Mr. Wallace walks out as the new Revoulution World Champion. I mean, he's good. Mr. Wallace is a good competitor, and all he needs to do is just catch A-Lister slipping up just a little bit.
Yeah, and no one's above it. Someone's going to run out of material sooner or later.
Yep.
So, especially when you face the same person over and over and over and over and over.
It's happened before.
Yep. What is with you?
I'm just saying, it's happened before. Has it not?
Yes.
Right.
I recall me beating you one time before. Yes, I recall that.
MR.WALLCE.
Oh, hey! Hey, hey! Congratulations are in order. The hell with it! I'm pissed! Mr. Wallace!
Like OG and Double D, I'm a real shot caller.
You want this, right? This is what you want? Like you're the only son of a bitch in the locker room trying to be champion?
Listen to me throwing down that weak ass beat, then watch me dance. Mr. Wallace, era of reality. Got a toothpick for a personality.
And if you want the Revolution title, you're gonna have to go through goddamn hell to get it. And if you want the Revolution title,
you wanna take it to hell. See, A-list, that same feeling, that feeling of hell that I went through ever since that damn day, that motherfucking hideous rap song that you did, and it's drove me crazy ever since. See, but what it did, it turned me into a monster, because that day I knew that if you would go that far, that deep, to make sure that you defeated me, I've already tasted your blood, and now I feel like I got you right where I want you, A-list. See, you think you were really playing the game. See, but I found a way to play the game better. I'm sorry, this is the Queen's Gambit. See, A-list, the devil resides in hell, and if I must go through hell to get that belt off you, then hello, I will be that devil. See, because the devil likes to play tricks to get what he wants. And if I see the way that the history has lined up to this moment, I have gotten what I want. See, I took something away from you just like you took something away from me. See, all I wanted was an opportunity to show that I am one of the best anywhere. I wanted a chance to be a tag team champion, and I had respect for you, and you spat in my face, so I made sure that the ultimate revenge would be the best revenge. A-list, you took something from me. I took that grudge with the crippler from you. And look at you. You threw a hissy fit like a little petulant bitch child. Got you right where I want you. You're weak. But I think it's something far more greater than me that's really bothering you. Let's be honest. Let's have a true session, A-list. Because you are in this space of uncertainty. Yes, for the first time in your life, you're uncertain about your future. Because you have a predator lurking behind you, a devil behind you, but uncertainty ahead of you. Because Revolution's favorite son has returned. And where does that leave you, A-list? That leaves you back in side chick role. So play like a side hoe and take your ass to the side. Move along and let somebody represent Revolution that is not afraid to take down the big game hunters any and everywhere. You fell for it all, A-list. At the end of the day, I am the promo world's mercenary, and it was just your time on the list. And knock, 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 I was at your door. You didn't answer, so I made you answer. And now it's your time to be another big name body on my motherfucking hit list. And if I don't call that, that's some true shot calling shit. No.
I was born with the name A-lister, destined to be a top guy from the word go, making the highest peaks my own, becoming the Revolution champion. But then one day, a mighty reverend named Gimme Doe burst onto the scene, and he endorsed a man by the name of Mr. Wallace to try and take the place of the mighty A-lister. Having been unchallenged in such a way, I felt doubtful. I worked my hardest. I must not succumb to the mighty Reverend or the evil Mr. Wallace. So in his name I pray, for he is the only Messiah that matters.
Let the power compel you.
And just when you thought A-list Alverson may have met his match, you remember there's matches that A-list never even met. Time to talk about, if you forget to say the mister, he keeps getting pister, Wallace. I don't know what it is about this guy. He's been in every match that I have all year. Hey, why is Gene Emerson in the championship match? He didn't lose to A-list twice. I did. You just couldn't leave well enough alone, Mr. Wallace. Strike one. The guy that's never won a match in a four-way for the world title almost pulls it off. Strike two. Let me go dig up my tag team partner that makes my promos worse and try to go against the shot callers with him. Strike three! You just had to prove it to yourself that you were second best. Make no mistake, Mr. Wallace, everybody knows that you are one hell of a competitor. Former tag team champion over here, top guy over here, waiting to get in the top spot up here. You know how many championships A-list Alverson's had? Just this one. Why? Because I've never lost it. See if our friend Bobby will let you play with his belt, because this one's mine. Can I say that? Has that been cleared yet? I'm not saying that I don't believe in second chances. Ooh, I just hit myself in the nuts with this tip. But you're going so far to the back of the line now that we gotta flip the paper over to see where you are. Did it make you feel like a big scary man when I turned on you? I was just trying to get out of the next week's work. Oh, but I know, you think your gimmick's bigger than mine, right? Ha! Think again, buddy! Most people probably assume that you could rap better than me too, huh? You know what? Just because everybody has to do it lately, hold on. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Anybody who's gonna carry the burden of being able to hold this title right here better be able to do something revolutionary. Because the people, well, if we don't like the word rule, let's call it leadership.
Leadership in government is political power. And political power is an official form of antagonizing the people.
My favorite part, I don't know about you, but my favorite part is when he pulls out the damn kebab stick. That shit cracked me up. That's some good stuff.
Always entertaining. The still world champion A-List Alverson. Mr. Wallace comes up just a little bit short again against A-List.
You know, Mr. Wallace, so one thing, and I was talking to Tommy here while that match was playing, I really enjoy the editing that Mr. Wallace does in his promo. Like, it's not easy doing some of the things that he does, or at least, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, that kind of stuff's not easy. But it takes a lot of time and effort. And Mr. Wallace, I appreciate it. As a promo artist to another promo artist, man, I appreciate what you're doing, man. You're killing it. You're doing a great job. You're one of the few opponents that I feel like that has faced Mr. A-Lister that it hasn't been just a total, like, just ass kicking. You know what I mean? Like, A-List has blown through some people in his title run, but Mr. Wallace is one of those guys who's actually able to hold his own. Yeah, he didn't come out with a win, and he hasn't beat him yet, but really nobody has. I mean, nobody's really figured out that combination. But Mr. Wallace, man, you're holding your own. You're a hell of a promo artist.
And holding your own with A-List
that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
One could say if you was probably in a different division, you probably already be a champion by now. So
hell yeah,
keep doing what you're doing.
Hell yeah,
definitely want to see him stick around, and
definitely could easily be Outbreak champion for sure.
Yeah, easily. Let's see here. Well, that almost rounds out the end of the show.
It does. It almost does. There's one more thing left, but before we do that one last thing, just saying, before we get to that, I think that we need to talk about next pay-per-view.
Yes, we do.
Next pay-per-view, next month's pay-per-view, guys, is going to be known simply as.
Wait a minute. Where'd it go?
Oh, mother.
Where'd it go? Here it is. I got it right here. 2 seconds.
Next month's pay-per-view, folks, for the month of April is going to be Salvation. As you can see there, got the beautiful Sweet Brothers on that poster. It's also going to be featuring the first ever Revolution Rumble. I know a lot of you folks are looking forward to hearing the details behind that. To be honest with you, Tommy and myself are looking forward to hearing the details on how we're going to pull that one off as well, because we're not 100% sure quite yet.
We have like 100 ideas that's been given to us. Marks has a version that they do. FTW has a version of the Rumble they do. And, of course, we would want to put a spin on it and make ours a little bit different than other people's because we don't like to try to copycat people. We may take things from theirs and then put a spin on it for our own kind of way that we do things. But we're definitely going to have a Rumble on that pay-per-view. Now, is that Rumble going to have 30 men in it? Probably not.
I don't think we have 30 men.
We don't have 30 men on the roster. So, I mean, it's still going to be a Rumble, and there's still going to be a winner. And that winner, I can tell you, will be able to call their shot for whatever championship they want to call for. And I've even went as far as even tell Chris Champion that I put another stipulation on it, that even the winner can go pick up a tag team partner and go after the tag team championships if they so choose to. So basically, you get your choice of whichever road you want to take if you can win the Rumble, whether it's World Championship, Outbreak, Bare Bones, or Tag Team Championship Gold. It's totally on you. So it should make people want to be in it because you get to choose.
Fair word of warning, though, I wouldn't go after the tag titles. Those are kind of spoken for.
Oh my Lord, you and these tag titles,
spoken for. You're spoken for.
You got to have a match.
We have had a match. We are 1-0. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to that ring right now. With Harry, and we are going to issue another open challenge because last pay-per-view we said another open challenge. Any team, you know what?
It would be a shame, motherfucker, if someone wants to answer it.
Wow. Are we really going to do this again? We're really going to do this again, aren't we, Harry? You know, we came out just a few weeks ago at the Fatal Attraction pay-per-view, and we issued an open challenge. We said any tag team, whether you be new, old, just trying to get the ball started, whether you be from Revolution or you be somewhere else, we issued an open challenge to any tag team, and not a single one of you lazy motherfuckers actually showed up. So then what did we do? We had to unfortunately accept a count-out victory. And I don't know about you, Harry, but I didn't take pride in taking a count-out victory. Although I want the record to show that we are officially 1-0 as a tag team now. But look, I didn't take pride in that. I know Harry didn't take pride in that. So we issued once again another open challenge for tonight here at Green with Envy to any tag team at all who want to try to make a name for themselves. Because let's be honest, just standing in the ring with the main event will give you all the experience you could possibly need. Yeah, you're going to lose, but it's still going to give you some experience and just a little bit of credibility when it comes to building your tag team. But Harry, man, I'm sorry to tell you, I don't know if you've noticed, but it looks like you and I are alone in this ring once again.
I hear you, Chris, and you're absolutely right. I drew no satisfaction from that count-out victory. But I told you, I wasn't getting my hopes up for this open challenge thing here. Frankly, I knew there was no one in that locker room, hell, no one in the promo game today that wants to step in the ring with the main event. No, guys have grown accustomed around here to just being handed tag team title shots without actually having to earn them. They're really hoping you and I will just scurry on away, get bored of this, so things can go back to the way they were, and they can be handed things again. Frankly, we just want competition. We just want a match. At this point, I don't even care who it's against.
I know. And look, I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe the roster looks at you and I as just too damn intimidating. I don't know if they think that we literally have the tag team division by their balls. I don't understand myself. Maybe they know what we know, and that is that they are just not ready for the main events. But I'll tell you what, it doesn't really matter if you're ready or not, because the one thing that is going to happen, even if we have to keep coming out here week after week, show after show, pay-per-view after pay-per-view, and accept a count-out victory, Harry and myself will be the next tag team champions. Now, Harry, I made you a promise, and I'm going to live up to it.
That's exactly right. Harry and Chris Champion, aka the main event, will be the next Revolution Tag Team Champions. Now, quite frankly, it looks like we've already torn through this tag team division without even lifting a finger. I mean, the thought of you and I joining forces has sent shockwaves through the tag team ranks, causing others to scurry off and play in other places where they can compete for imaginary tag team titles. Look, like my partner said, we aren't going anywhere. We will be here week after week until someone finally grows a pair of balls and answers this challenge.
That is very well said. Very well said. Well, folks, you know how this goes. We didn't come out here for nothing. We are dressed to impress. We are here to compete. And if no one, once again, has the balls to show up, I guess we're just going to have to do the count out thing again, Harry. So referee, go ahead and start that 10 counts and raise our hands in victory.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What the hell?
For those of you who have a worldly enough view, given the recent events across the promo universe, given the recent return of a certain original revolutionary, well, what comes next? Well, that should obviously be written right up here on the wall. Because for the last week, since my face showed back up and my voice shook the foundation that all of this is built on. Since I dropped that hype on our page that got more engagement than an entire episode of the Pop, well, the questions, they started to swirl because everybody knows where one nameless boy goes, the second soon surely follows. So when the finale, the coup de grace of my first show back comes up, and you've got the main event. Two of the greatest players that this place has ever seen standing in the middle of the ring, issuing an open challenge. Well, the only Messiah that matters has one simple question to ask the both of you. Did you really think I'd come alone? Now that wouldn't be very revolutionary, no promo universe. What comes next is far, far worse. Because I'll give it to you, main event. You kinda had the formula right.
We'll kneel at your feet. If you will, but kneel at mine. It's not the last thing. It's my divine power.
Would you looky there, Mr. Anarchy? It's the main event.
Well, Harry, look, it's G.O.D.
G.O.D. Apparently, that is clearly, from the beginning, was a fuck up. Let's lose the D. And now we got G and an O. That looks kind of fair. I got it. Let's add a big fucking E. Now, before I step away to the side, and I allow three of the most dominating men who ever graced the screen in Revolution, the Natural Talent has something that I have to get off my chest. Something that I've been wanting to say for 2 fucking years. For 2 years, Chris Champion has protected every one of you from me. It was Chris Champion who has had me on a leash, and I refuse
to allow him to hold the key anymore. In Revolution and promo world, your ears better listen and it better perking up right fucking now. Neither is he trying to stop me any fucking more. Just remember who the fuck I really am. I'm the man that originated, revolutionized this fucking business. It was the natural talent who walked out of the forbidden door of no fucking return. It was the natural talent who walked through the flames of hell and made sure that every one of your asses was protected. For far too long, you sons of bitches have lived off the teeth of revolution. When the natural talent really thought that he was walking through the gates of hell to see salvation on the other side, it was truly me that was blinded by the light. It was me that was a fool and thought that I could change the promo world. That right there, my friends, is ego. That right there, my friends, is knowing when you're wrong. I was fooled by lies. I was fooled by smiling faces. While I gave everything in my soul, everything that I had deep down in my bones, whether it be mentally, creatively, even physically. I physically hurt from the emotion that I went through carrying the dead carcass of bottom-feeding people and bottom-feeding brands that could not even look out for themselves, who begged Master for breadcrumbs, who begged me to pick them up. And without a shadow of a doubt, I didn't even question it. I did the right thing, Revolution. I threw them up on my back, knowing who they were, knowing their history. But it was me that was going to save the promo world. It was me that was going to revolutionize the promo. But the only thing that happened is that these so-called brothers of mine turned their back on me the moment something was promised. The moment that they thought that they could have something better and not have to work for it anymore. Those 30 pieces of silver that you turned your back on me for, the empires that I bled for, are the same ones who are against me. Same ones that are hoping I slip and fall. They're the same ones that stay up late at night figuring out how to plot against the revolution. But even then, Chris Champion saved you all. He kept me at bay. And even when the real ones were telling me what was going on, I seen it right before my very eyes. I still shut the fuck up and minded my business. Even though I sit back and I watch brands use men like disposable underwear, like a whore that would put anything in their mouth as long as they could gain numbers, I sit back and I shut the fuck up. But the moment that you started to build your own smoke and mirrors and leave good men to get lost in closets disguised as fucking paradise, that's the moment that you made an enemy. That's the moment that I can sit back and no longer keep my mouth shut. That's the moment that Chris Champion has had enough. And when Mad Anarchy fired that revolution shot and blew the half side of your fucking face off, I sit around and discuss. Not discuss it because what he said, because every damn thing that Mad Anarchy said in that promo was 100% truth. And the revolution will live and die on that hill with Mad Anarchy. What made me sick was that I sit back for so many years and I never said it myself. You want to destroy me? You want to destroy my brand and everything that the natural talent has worked for? Well, the ego is making sure that every promo comes with 44 lines, and we'll make sure that your character and your brand never grow. I will never fail the revolution again. I will never fail the promo world again. Because when these brands ever decide to reach out again, I will put my foot on top of your head and make sure that you continue to drown. I will give you a little bit of air just to give you hope, and then slit your throats and watch you bleed out, and watch you beg the natural talent, watch you beg the revolution and ego to save you, and we will look at you and whisper, no.
And it will be the ego that you see in your sleep. It will be ego that you see wrote on the mirror after you take a shower. And I will take you and your cheap ass gimmick and I will send your ass back to the car sales where the fucking clown found your $2 ass. And Man Anarchy is right. We will use you as a wind chime on our front doorstep to remind anyone. And you will sit around and tell tales of what could have been if you could have just sit around and stayed the fuck out of my way. The only thing that I got to say about the haters of the revolution left, and the only thing that I got to say of the haters of the ego is that if you ain't got no soldiers, and you ain't a captain, and you ain't a soldier your motherfucking self, the best thing for you to do is to keep sitting back and keeping your fucking mouth closed. The ego is the first line of defense for revolution. And the ego will no longer sit back and let revolution wait for you to fire the first shot. From now on, the ego is the fucking agitators.
Why? They all ask me why I did it. Why did I retire when I retired? Why have I come back? Only to join what appears to be the greatest conglomerate of talent the promo universe has ever seen. And would you believe me if I told you the answer to both questions is the same? If all you simpletons went back and checked the tapes, you would realize that you all imagined the word retirement coming out of my mouth, when the actual truth is written in the stars, and I stepped back out of the spotlight to wait for one simple thing. And that's something actually worth my time. Not just an opportunity to do something that nobody else has ever done. Because again, Jackwitz, go back and check your record books. Anything that's been done around here that's been doing was done by the one who makes things around here worth doing. As I sat back in the dark, exiled by all of your lack of talent, by your disrespectful lack of competition. That's when it hit me. Not a damn one of you is worthy of anarchy, because no matter how many years I've been coming out here and pouring greatness down your throat, because even with me removed from the picture, all obstacles cleared from your paths, all of you have failed to see that you all only see what anarchy wants you to see. All of you have failed to learn anything about anarchy. I was never the shield. I have always been the sword. But by the time you figure that out, will it already be too late? Making the move that none of them saw coming, but realize it should have happened years ago. Now that is revolutionary, because the people have spoken.
Revolution, Harry has done nothing but break the egos of men since I walked through the door. It's what I do for fun. But the day has come for Harry to finally let the ego take over. People want to whine and cry, bitch and moan because Harry became the bad guy. Well, now I'm going to give you a fucking reason to cry. You can search promo land high and low, and you won't find 4 of the guys that can go toe-to-toe with the ego. Today, Harry and Chris Champion, the main event, decided to join forces with the legendary Anarchy and the man who started the revolution, TDC. That's the day the game changed. That's the day the landscape changed. The day you all put your head down and said, this just ain't fair. Newsflash, Revolution, life isn't fair. Some of us are just better at this. Let this be a warning to anyone who has the thought of letting a foul word about the revolution roll off the tip of their tongue or the tips of their fingers. When these 4 men, the biggest names in the promo game, bring your world crashing down around you, you only have the ego to blame.
Oh, promo universe, how naive you all were. You know, over the course of all these years that I've been doing promos, the one thing that I have heard on a regular basis is that my ego was going to hold me down. That my ego was going to keep me back. That my ego was going to prevent me from reaching my destiny. But yet here I stand, the promo god, and the man that each and every one of you respect, the man that each and every one of you fear, the man that each and every one of you wish you could be. It doesn't matter if I'm in the main event. It doesn't matter if I'm the world champion, the mid-card champion, the tag team champion. It doesn't matter if I'm a part of one of the most dominating tag teams the world has ever seen, known as the Hooded Warriors, or even now as the brand new main event with my brother Harry. At the end of the day, I am going to continue to listen to my ego because it has brought me to this exact moment. It has given me every accomplishment that I have ever wanted. My ego. Ladies and gentlemen, Harry and myself, the main event, have told you once, we have told you twice, we will be the future tag team champions. And before, you all accepted this to be true. But now, with the backing of the Ego, TDC, Mad Anarchy, Harry, and Chris Champion, it is all but a certainty. And if you were concerned before, let this be a message to every promo land out there, whether you're with us or whether you're against us. The Ego is the first line here in Revoulution. We are the main event. If you want to get anywhere, you got to get past us. And if you thought our ego was big before, it's just getting started.
I just kept thinking how unbelievably big your ego must be.
All right, here goes.
The people have spoken. I am the natural talent TDC, the superstar you wished you could be.
Hi, my name is Harry, and this is going to be fun. Toodle!
The promo god, Chris Champion.